What's going on, everybody? We are back. It is a beautiful day, 70 degrees and sunny here in New Jersey. I haven't done this in a while. I think it's been like months and months since I've last been to one of the local antique shops. So I figured head over there, enjoy the beautiful day, walk to a few of the antique shops, see what kind of neat items they have now since it's been, I think the last time I was there was during the winter. I think it was like Christmas time, and now it's, what month is this? April. It's April now. So it's been quite some time. So might as well check it out. I did pick up this new camera, so I wanted to see how it looks. It's the Pocket, not the Pocket, the Action 5 with DJI. So we'll see how that works out. I did switch the color on here to like vivid, so it should be a little bit brighter of color, so we shall see. But we'll head over to the beach area where they have all the antique shops, check them out, see what neat items are there. I don't know if I'll buy anything unless something really sticks out to me, but we'll see. Never say never. But let's head over there. Alright, so we just made it into the antique shop. See what neat items we could come across today. Normally, oh, here's a neat item actually, right off the bat. A really neat Disney mug. So you have sorts of Mickey, Genie, the castle, Goofy. Remember the Magic. There's a bunch of characters on it. Oops. Let's see what it says on the bottom here. 25, I guess the 25th anniversary. 1996. So here it is, 15 bucks. It's a neat Beauty and the Beast mug. And a little Mickey Funko toy area that they have here. Well, at least one of the vendors has a lot of toys. A lot of Disney stuff. So you have Dale, right? Chip? Dale? Dale. We got some Stitch. There's an old Minnie toy. I think they used to have that Goofy. Let's see what else is over here. There's an old Mickey up here. Another Mr. Potato Head. Got Mowgli from the Jungle Book. This was a Christmas ornament, just missing the string on there. Evil Queen. Oh, here's a neat Mickey and Minnie little, like, what's that thing called where you go from a different angle and the image changes. But I don't know if you'll see it on the camera. A little bit. And let's see, anything else? There's a neat Mickey piggy bank. How much is this? 22 bucks. Pretty decent size, but I feel like it won't hold too many coins. But it is pretty neat. A neat Winnie the Pooh snow globe. Bruno. And like the Disney 100 toys. I remember I was trying to collect a bunch of those. I think I have a bunch at home still. What is this? Ooh. A Mickey bottle opener. It's pretty heavy too. This is pretty neat. How much is this? 12 bucks. Here they have some Star Wars toys. Chewbacca. This might be the only one I know. I don't really know the Star Wars characters. Oh, C-3PO. That one's neat. Here's a neat Pirates of the Caribbean ornament. $20 for that. They have some like a plush Pooh. There's a Tigger down there. A Mickey. Some old Donalds. Happy Birthday Mickey with a balloon. I think that was here last time. And then we have Pocahontas, Cusco, Tiana. And these really neat like VHS tapes with a little toy. So this one has Aladdin in it from the movie Return of Jafar. And then they have other ones up there as well. How much are these? $5 each. I did see that up there too. Is a little Minnie Mouse spider backpack and a Hannah Montana guitar. That is pretty neat. I've never seen one of those before. And a really large movie poster for Pirates of the Caribbean. And I believe I saw those toys the last time. So they have Flubber up there. Mickey. Some little tiny toys. Those are pretty neat. And then I was looking over here again, seeing a Get Well Soon Pooh Bear for $15. And another little Pooh Bear down here for $6.50. That one's pretty neat. Also in the same booth, I haven't even left here yet. Pooh Bear Jump Rope. Haunted Mansion Clue. That one's pretty neat. The Monopoly Disney Edition. And the Magic Kingdom board game and Jumanji. What else is here? A little have a Pooh Bear one of these too, but a little Mickey Mouse. This was a whole collection of them, but Mickey's pretty neat. How much is this? Oh, $2.50. And then there's always a lot of Disney mugs here. So, for an example, here's a Minnie Mouse one. They're all like between $10 and $15, I would say max. So you have Minnie, you have Pooh Bear. There's a Goofy one back here, kind of tiny though. It's a Grandpa mug, Goofy on it. What else? Eeyore. And let's see, you got a Minnie Mouse one here from Disney World. There's another Minnie Mouse one. Mickey Mouse and Maryland Cup. Starbucks. This mug is pretty neat. It's from the 50th anniversary of Snow White. You have all the dwarves on there. And Snow White. And there's another Mickey Mouse one back here. It's a little dirty on the inside, but it says Mickey, all in the inside Mickey Mouse, multiple times. I actually have this same little tray, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, at home. I think it's from Disneyland as well. I got it at a different antique shop. So this is only $8. So that's not too bad. I think the one I have has a little like chip in the corner here, but $8 for this vintage Disneyland ashtray, or whatever you want to call it. We have a bunch of action figures here from Star Wars. All up on the top. You got Batman, Iron Man in there. What was his name again? CP3O. Star-Lord. Captain America. Iron Man. Some Star Wars spaceships. And Star Trek. Pretty neat. I think these all different prices anyway. So like Darth Vader there is $23. So the one booth here has the Monsters Inc. salt and pepper shaker. So this is the one that has Mike on it, and then you have the little Scream containers on the back. And let's see, $25 is a Lennox piece. And then this is the other one that has Sully and Boo. So I'm assuming it's $25 for both of them. And there's Randall. And the other side has more Scream containers. But yeah, these are pretty neat. Alright, so a few booths down, they have this Belle collectible plate. And I saw on the other side here a Holiday Disney 100. So it's brand new with the tag. I guess there was a Funko in here at one time. A little Christmas tin. So you have Mickey and Minnie on this side. And Pluto on the back end. How much was this one? 25? Yep, 25. Time to head up these noisy stairs. Check out the upstairs stuff. I need to replace these stairs so bad. But sometimes there's neat stuff up here, and it's like a lot less people too, because a lot of people don't come up here. But if you're a fan of Batman, that's pretty neat. The classic Batman and Robin. What else do they have here? There used to be, last time I was here, there's a big Mickey picture here. That's gone. Somebody bought that up pretty quick. And I did see downstairs, I did see this downstairs for some Star Wars posters. So the last time I was here, this was like super packed with merchandise. You couldn't even get through here. But there's the Donalds are still here. I think they've been here for probably at least 2-3 years now since I've been coming here. So they've been here forever. And how much are these? There's no price on that one. Oops. Let's see. $36 for the bookends. But they definitely are vintage for sure. I'm up here completely alone, so not a single person is up here. So it is a little spooky. And some of the section is a little bit dark, like the one little booth over there was like no lights at all. So you'll be shopping in the dark. But these are still here from last time, before I go over there though, but we'll look at this. You have a neat this picture from Snow White. Picture's like falling out of there, but yep, it says the Disney store there. But that one's pretty neat. And These were here last time I was here. At least this Lion King one was. You have Sleeping Beauty up there. You got Pooh Bear. Pooh and all of his friends there. Well, Piglet was in that one, but the rest of his friends there. And another Pooh Bear one. Christopher Robin leading the way. Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, Tigger, and Eeyore. But I think these are newish. $36, $35, $35, $38, and Sleeping Beauty is $38. But I think, because Pooh's pretty cool. Personally, I would prefer to get the Lion King one with Rafiki and Simba, because I'm more of a Lion King fan myself over Pooh. But if I had to pick a Pooh character to be my favorite, it is definitely Tigger. Alright, so we're just over there looking at those pictures. A lot of the stuff's mostly furniture. Maybe there's some clothes and books. A lot of the neater things I've noticed that I found here is down in this section. But there's also some nice display cases. Like, this is pretty neat. I don't like that it's shorter. But for a taller one like this would be nice. But I would want... Also, those are the doors. But this would be nice. You could put a lot of different things in here. Some of the bigger pieces you have for your collection. And then it has the lights in here too, so that's nice. But this is also $95. You might get something cheaper on like Facebook Marketplace or like Craigslist or something like that. But if you need something you really like that, you can always pick that up. Not Disney related, but just some neat Halloween / fall theme thing items, things, what do we want to call them? Back there looks like a cat, 2 pumpkins, and a ghost. I love me some Halloween. So always seeing Halloween stuff is always something I love. I wouldn't buy these because they're just wood painted with like drawn faces on them, and it takes a little skill to cut it out, but I wouldn't buy them. But just out of curiosity, how much is these items? Or let's see, does this not have a price? One of these has to have a price. Maybe all of them are grouped together or something like that, but I don't see a price. Alright, still up here on the second level, we have a Christmas themed Mickey Mouse over there with a little Santa hat on. And then if we look over here, we have a pretty neat looking Pooh Bear backpack. That's pretty neat. And you have a Minnie cheerleader, Nemo, and a Tigger that looks like he's seen some better days, but dressed up as a piece of corn, or corn on the cob, whatever we want to call it. I don't know if there's a certain term for that, but corn on the cob. And over here, you have a Stitch as a little angel. So he's got a little what do we call it? Halo. It says little angel. He's wearing like a onesie. And how much is Stitch here? $18 for Stitch. He looks like he's in relatively good condition, but he is like weighted. He's got some good weight to him. But he's pretty neat. And directly behind Stitch, I did just see these Pooh Bear little jars. These are pretty cool looking. I guess they were from, maybe they're jelly, right? Is that what this is? Jelly jars. So looks like there was 6 of these, and they do have, what is that? 5 of them here with all the different designs on them. So you have like one with Tigger back there, there's Rabbit. The one in the middle has Eeyore, and what was the one in the back? Looks like another scene with Rabbit. Looks like it's a duplicate of this, so it looks like there's only 4 of them. That is pretty neat. And they also have a lot of Christmas stuff, so we'll see what's in here among all of the Christmas merchandise, or antiques we should call it. See if there's anything neat that really sticks out. Alright, so nothing too crazy in the Christmas section there. I'm probably going to head downstairs, check out the last little cases that I missed, and then I'll head down the street, walk there. It's kind of a little cooler, but overall it's still pretty nice. So I'll walk over to the next antique shop. Typically this one's a little bit better than that one, but there's also this neat Mickey. I've seen this plenty of times here. It's like, I guess it's made out of metal. It is super heavy. The price is not on here, but got a little neat Mickey Mouse. Pretty heavy. That was, they painted the metal, but it's pretty neat. Normally I think these were like, I think when I saw the price last, they were like 15-20 bucks, I think. But I don't know, pretty neat. No price on that one, but I'll head downstairs, check out the last few cases, and then make my way over to the other antique shop. It used to be good in the past, but now it's like there's a new owner, so it's like so-so. This is a pretty neat plush from the Disney store. Definitely old, Looking for 15 for that one. That one's pretty neat. They also have a few other ones. They have a football one, a hockey one, a soccer one, and then a Sorcerer Mickey one. Which is, this one's like stuck up there, but there we go, I got it off. Sorcerer Mickey. Alright, so just picked up a snack and a coffee from the Books and Coffee shop here. We're in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, by the way. I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but got a few little shops here. But I've never been in here before, but I just got like a little simple donut and an iced caramel latte, of course. You know, the best kind of drink. So I'll sit here, enjoy the donut, and just chill out a bit. It's so windy out. I have this like set to like the mic to filter out most of the wind, so it's probably gonna still sound windy. Hopefully it's decent. But it is windy, kind of cold. The sun feels nice. So this is super neat, but pretty expensive. It's $200. This is the Titanic toy. It's one expensive toy though, but it looks pretty neat. And I guess it breaks apart right here, but it's kind of cool. But $200, not cool enough, you know, for $200. And this one, they have a bunch of Hess trucks. I have a bunch of these at home. I don't remember which ones I have. I have a lot of the newer ones, of course. A few older ones. But this one looks the oldest for sure. We have some Funkos. You have Miss Incredible here, but Alien as Mrs. Incredible. What else do we have? We have a Star Wars one. Luke Skywalker that's pink. And on this side, we have a Zero for $15 and the Mayor. This is a super old Mickey figure. I believe it was from a Happy Meal, if I remember correctly. Way back in the day, but I want to say I had a few from that series. These are pretty neat. It's only $4, I believe, right? Yeah, 4. So you have like Alice in Wonderland stamps. You have Sleeping Beauty, Pinocchio. Looks like there's a Cinderella one. Pretty neat. Peter Pan. Now check out how cool this Mickey Mouse bag is. It looks like a comic strip. It's pretty neat. Alright, so I'm like 90% through this entire store, so that hasn't been too much interesting Disney stuff. I know this camera has been here, that's on the very bottom. This Mickey Mouse one. That has been here probably 3 to 4 years. Alright, so even up here on the second floor, they used to have a lot more. Now it's like a lot of art. There used to be some cool stuff on that side, but it doesn't look like they have anything anymore up here. But they used to have some cool pictures in there, which it looks like they still have them, and they've been here forever as well. My God. Oh my God. How much is this? I need to know. This might need to come home with me. Alright, so I just looked. $95. Anyway, here's a better look at it. But look how cool that is. Mickey Mouse. Also in the same room, they have a Walt Disney World Days picture. This is super old, I believe. It was from the late 70s. Because it only actually pictures a Spaceship Earth and the Cinderella Castle for Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Way before Hollywood, way before Animal Kingdom. But I want to take a closer look at these things. I don't know what they're from. If they're just supposed to be like scary looking clown nutcracker things. Alright, just got back in the car. Starting to get even windier and cloudier now. Now it's getting pretty chilly. It says 65. I don't believe it. The wind is making it feel a lot colder. But yeah, that Mickey head was probably the coolest thing I've seen in these antique stores. Like, I've seen pictures, old toys. What else do I see in these? Just posters, some vintage posters and stuff like that. Like, I know the one time I bought like a old Figment toy, but nothing like that Mickey. It's probably not a Parks Mickey. I don't think it was. I was trying to look it up and see if I could find anything about it. But I found ones that are similar, but not quite. And then I don't know if those things were nutcrackers or clowns. I don't know what they were. But pretty cool. Mickey was $95. I didn't buy it. It was very tempting though. If it was in a little bit better condition, maybe maybe I would have done it. Would have had to find a place to store it because the thing was kind of big. So I don't really have too much room for it, but I would have had to make it work if it was in better condition. But that was definitely the coolest thing. So now I think I'm just gonna get some food. Have to, make some change, like with the bank. So yeah, I have to figure out what I'm gonna eat for lunch. It's already 2:20, so I've been here for felt like not that long, but it's been 2 hours. I got here at like 12:30ish. So about 2 hours of walking around here and freezing, checking out some cool items. No purchases this time around, but there's always next time. Those heads, though, I do think will sell quick. I don't know how much those Nutcracker ones were because they didn't have a price, but I think Mickey for sure will sell pretty fast. But yeah, we'll head over to some food place and get something to eat and just enjoy the rest of this Friday. And yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be 83 degrees, though, so that's nice. Pretty solid. So let's go get some food. All right, for food, made my way to Pizza Express. They have pretty good pizza. The buffalo wings are pretty good. The one thing I really love from this place is the buffalo chicken quesadilla. It's not like a super spicy buffalo sauce. It's more like a sweet buffalo sauce. It's almost like barbecue sauce, but it is pretty good. And so since I'm here and I can't have a buffalo chicken grilled cheese, a buffalo chicken quesadilla will have to do for me. All right, so just got home. Had to stop and get some espresso from Dunkin'. Not the best espresso in the world, but it'll do. It'll do for today. After eating that buffalo chicken quesadilla, got me super tired, so I need that extra kick. But overall, it was a good day. A little bit chilly out once we got to like that beachy area where you have the more wind blowing through, but still pretty nice-ish. I was able to go with shorts and this t-shirt, or not a t-shirt, but a button-up. A jacket or maybe long pants would have been a little bit more comfortable, but wasn't too bad. I was able to get through it. A lot of neat items in the first shop. Second shop was so-so, but they did have that really awesome Mickey mascot head. Maybe we'll be there in a few more months. I'll probably go back in a few months. But maybe it's there still. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy it then, but I just have to think of how I would display that. I would need like a lot of room for it. I don't really have that right now. I'd have to like sell off a bunch of stuff, but yeah, maybe if it's there and I clean out a lot of stuff. But I have to make a trip up to the Red Bank stores soon too. The Red Bank antique shops, because they have a lot of cool stuff. The Point Pleasant ones are a little bit smaller. They don't have as much selection, but the two Red Bank ones, they have a good amount of stuff. The one has an upstairs, downstairs. Normally they have a bunch of like very old Disney merchandise, whether it's toys or other type of figurines, posters, stuff like that. But one day I have to go back up there and check that out again. But yeah, time to go inside. I have laundry to do again, like always. What else is new? But we'll get to that. And with that being said, until next time.